Hey everyone, I just wanted to pop on here and tell all of you hello. I'm about to make a sheet pan dinner and I've got some company here as well. So I won't be talking on this one, but I did want to pop in and say hello. I feel like I haven't done that in a while. And typically I do my videos with me on them when no one's around, because when people are here, our floor, our wood floor, we've got it through most of our home and it echoes, and the TV, if it's on, it echoes and you can't hardly hear me. So that's why I do the other videos, some videos without me on them and some with me. So I just thought I'd tell you guys that. I'm gonna get busy on the sheet pan dinner. This is gonna be so good, guys. I've made this before and we love it and it's easy. So let's get started. This sheet pan dinner was so good, y'all. So I'm starting out by using 6 chicken thighs. I have washed these chicken thighs, and you're gonna take that skin, the extra skin, and trim it off. Guys, they tuck that extra chicken skin under these chicken thighs and they sell it that way. They're charging us for that, but I suppose we have no choice. But make sure you trim that off, and then go ahead and put a little olive oil on a sheet pan, or you can use Pam, and you're going to want to lightly oil this sheet pan down because you don't want your chicken, the bottom of it, sticking to the pan. Now to make our seasoning, we're going to use 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 2 teaspoons of basil, and 2 teaspoons of oregano, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Now this seasoning mix that I mix up, you're gonna want to keep this recipe because this really seasons the chicken and vegetables so good. This is a favorite. Now, once you've got it in a small bowl, go ahead and put the lid on and just shake it up. That's the easiest way to do this. And we're just going to sprinkle some of that on top of each chicken thigh. And I'm going to guess I did about a half a teaspoon on each one. I'm just giving each one a pat just to make sure those seasonings adhere to that chicken skin. Put this in the oven on 350 degrees, and we're going to leave that in there about 20 minutes. While that is baking, we're going to go ahead and cut up our vegetables. I have got 2 zucchinis and 1 squash. And I made enough vegetables that this would serve 4 people because my husband and I actually had some left to take for lunch the next day, to have for lunch. We'll need a rather large bowl for this. Just go ahead and throw them in a bowl. And I've just got a container of these little grape tomatoes, I call them cherry tomatoes, and I'm using half of this container. I did wash these thoroughly, and then we are just going to cut them in half. You do not have to cut them in half. That's not necessary. I just like to open them up to add more flavor to this. I just added those to the bowl as well. And you're going to need about a tablespoon of olive oil, maybe a tablespoon and a half. And now we're going to go ahead and put our seasoning on this. I used about 2 teaspoons of seasoning mix, and then I always like to do a little extra just in case, and I did. So I ended up putting probably about 3 teaspoons of the seasoning mix on this, and this is the same exact seasoning mix that we mixed up for the chicken. But I'm not through yet. I'm going to add some more vegetables. So you'll need a bell pepper, and I'm using an orange bell pepper here. I just love the sweetness of these orange and red and yellow bell peppers. And I'm just slicing this lengthwise. It's that simple. And then we're going to add this to the bowl as well. I added also a half of a yellow onion. Now you could do a purple onion. That's really good in this. We've done that before. And this is one of those go-to meals that is just so quick and easy, and it's always delicious. Now we'll add those to the bowl too, the onions, and then just mix this around. You don't need to add any more seasoning. It is plenty. Get the chicken out of the oven. It's been about 20 minutes. And sometimes you'll have a lot of oil in your sheet pan. You can definitely drain that, but I did not. We are just going to throw these vegetables right in on that sheet pan. I do try not to cover up my chicken thighs because you want that skin to get crispy. And back in the oven we go. And I never flip that chicken. I just leave it like it is. And voila, we're done. An hour and 15 minutes later, and this chicken is always so moist, so delicious. The vegetables are yummy. I will post my seasoning mix in the description because, guys, you're going to want to keep this seasoning mix. It's great on vegetables. It's great on chicken. It has the best flavor. And also, one other note, you can also put feta cheese on top of this.